Hello, hello, hello. Hope all is well with you guys. It's something a little different, going on a little walk. Just because why not, you know? Something a little different, a little bit of a cooler video. And yeah, I feel like this is gonna be a fun one. So I just kind of wanted to talk about a very specific topic in mind. Very, very, very specific topic in mind. And that topic being to trust the process. I know that's such a simple topic, and it's a topic that most people usually tend to talk about, but trusting the process is just so important. And I never realized how important it was until I had to actually trust the process. It's funny. It's like them same moments where you think about the times of like where things don't work, or you're like, oh, this isn't working, that isn't working, this isn't working, that isn't working, nothing's working. And you're just kind of in that feeling of like, feeling like nothing is doing what it's supposed to do. And you usually give up at this point, but I had a moment like this very recently, and I didn't give up at this point. This moment of doubt and this moment of feeling down and this moment of feeling like nothing was working, and I decided just to not give up at this point and to just to keep working through it. And it ended up actually being more beneficial to me that I kept going than just stopping. It's actually hilarious. Like, a good example is, it's felt like all this posting and all this consistency and all this dropping the hardest videos in the underground and all this stuff is just feeling like I put in hella work, and it just felt like nothing was still hitting, nothing was still working, nothing was still doing what it needed to do. But then a couple days ago, not even a couple days ago, I then started snipping one of my best songs, I'm Scared. And as soon as I started snipping that, it just felt like my post started doing better. It was more numbers, it was more people watching, it was more engagement, it was just more shit to it. And it just felt like people started watching again. And I realized that wasn't because my stuff beforehand was bad, or that my stuff that I was dropping before was just not good. It was just simply the fact that I just needed to be tested. I needed some trial and tribulation. And we're not going this way, there's construction. But I needed some trial and tribulation. So that's simply all that was. It was just simply the world testing me, and I passed the test. I kept going. And that's gonna be the same exact way. It's gonna be the same exact way for you. The same exact way for you. The world's gonna test you. The world's gonna make you think that you can't do what you need to do, or that the stuff that you're doing isn't working, or that just everything in life isn't gonna work out for you. But that's just the world testing you. And as soon as the world stops testing you, well, then that's when you know you're not doing nothing right no more. Let the world test you. Let the world make you feel like you're not really working hard enough. Make the world make it feel like you're not putting in the work, when every single day you're out here grinding, putting in the work, doing what you need to do, doing the same shit that everybody else is doing, you know? Because the world doing that shit is just the world letting you know that, bro, you're doing exactly what you need to do. Like, you don't notice the work you're putting in until you notice the work you're putting in. That's it. Like, you don't notice you're not working until you start working. And you just have to be able to trust the process. You have to be able to trust that it's gonna work. You have to be able to trust that all the stuff that you're doing is just gonna pay off later. Even if it don't pay off now, it's gonna pay off at a point of where it's just like, it's gonna pay off so good that you're not gonna be able to take it in. So just let the world do what it needs to do, and let it, get to that point. I think once you let it get to that point, then everything becomes a lot better. It's a lot more beautiful. It's a lot more beneficial for you, and it feels a lot better. Because it's like, when it doesn't work that way, you're just kind of stuck and kind of fucked with that sense, you know? So just gotta let things work out. Hey, how you doing? Just gotta let things work and let them do what they need to do. And if you're able to trust the process, everything will come to you eventually. You just have to be able to, again, trust that process. If you don't trust that process, then it can never come to you because you're not trusting it. And if you're not trusting it, then what the fuck are you doing, you know? You gotta be able to trust that shit. And as soon as you start trusting it, then everything becomes a lot better. Everything becomes a lot more meaningful. Everything has more value to it. And I don't know, I just had a moment Because it was like, bro, I felt like nothing was working. I felt like everything I was doing was so pointless because it felt like every single post nobody was watching, every single video nobody cared, every single moment nobody cared. And then fucking boom, nigga, boom. I'm looking at the monitor and the camera, so like if it looks like I'm going, it don't matter. But boom, just a boom, just a big moment. And that only came because I trusted the process. If I would have quit when I was thinking like, oh man, this ain't even working for real. If I would have quit then nothing would have happened and nothing would have worked out because simply I would have just quit. I would have just quit. I didn't quit. And neither should you. Trust the process. Let the process do what it needs to do, come back to the process, and show it love. Because it's gonna show you love in that same exact way. I'm heading inside now, done walking. Peace, the best sign, Muchi. Pre-save, I'm scared.